I had a really spectacular crash in September and resulted in me totally writing a car off and breaking ribs. I'm Adele Hunt. I'm the Compliance and Practice Manager of East Devon Law. I'm also a fee earner within the firm and started fee earning at the beginning of the year. I think everyday bravery is to sometimes step out of your comfort zone. If you're given a new challenge, to actually have a go at it, and just being open and vulnerable to share your story or be there to support somebody by an experience you've had, and just telling that story to them can sometimes help another person. I didn't have a very good childhood. I had quite a traumatic childhood with an abusive father. So, there are times I've had to use those experiences to help somebody else say, actually, I do know actually what you're going through. But I'm naturally, I do like communicating with people. So in some senses, I don't find it hard. But when I'm out of my comfort zone, I sort of tend to sort of shrink a little bit. But I think, no, this is going to help somebody or even help myself. I do motorsport, so I race. I started in 21, started racing in motorsport, and it was a male-dominated sport. And I thought, oh, shall I have a go? And I actually had, on the whole, lots of the male participants were very supportive. I had one or two that weren't, and I specifically had one who I was racing, my husband and I raced in a Mini, and we raced together the last couple of years. Last year I was on my own in it, and he tried to disqualify me and tried to have a go about my car not being compliant to the regulations. It was, but I took that as, in the end, I took that as a positive, because obviously I was threatening his times, and I could have let it defeat me. But the biggest thing for me was I had a really spectacular crash in September and resulted in me totally writing a car off and breaking ribs. And whilst it was upsetting, it could have been worse. And I was just grateful to be alive and thinking I'm not letting it beat me, and then was racing sort of 8-9 weeks later at Goodwood. So I hadn't quite realised just how many people were sort of following me, and I'd had messages from Australia and America, and whilst some of them wanted to know about the crash, but quite a lot just wanted to know, how to sort of overcome the fear. I think that's the biggest thing for them. So the advice I'd give somebody is to actually really believe in themselves. They've probably got more knowledge than they realise, and just stepping out and being brave about it and having a go. It might not go right the first time, but they've tried it and they can try again and might get a better response.